I've been a full-time creative business owner now for 10 years, and I've learned a ton of stuff along the way that I want to share with you guys. Welcome to Lesson 9, Community. Let's talk about it. So, a lot of us are solo creators, we're solopreneurs, solo creatives. We're like a one-man band, a one-stop show. We do all of the things, wear all of the hats, juggle all of the different tasks, and it can be extremely overwhelming. You are your own marketing team, you're your own content team, you're your own planning team, the finance team, you're all of the teams, but you're just one person. And you can feel stretched thin so often. And it can be extremely isolating, it can be extremely tough. But I'm here to let you know that just because you might be a solo creator doesn't mean that you have to go solo. You can find community, whether it's in person or online. You can connect with people that can be there for you to help encourage you, to give you feedback, and all of that good stuff. But you've got to find people that you trust. And this is also an important thing, is realize who's who. Realize who you're talking to. For example, sometimes you might just need to be encouraged. You've been working really hard on something and you want to show it to somebody and just feel, uplifted. Well, you want to go to people that you know are encouraging versus going to people that, sometimes you actually want real critique, real feedback. You want to improve, you want to get sharpened. And, that can be met with like, hey, you should try this or try that. And so if you go to a person who's going to typically give you a critique, but you're looking actually for encouragement, it can be, kind of hard to hear and it can be discouraging. Versus if you are actually looking for real feedback, but you go to the person who always encourages you, you're not actually going to get that feedback. You're just going to say, they'll just say like, hey, great job. And so you need both. You need to know who's who in your life. You need to have different roles, whether that's family or friends or, people that you're connected to on social media or online, whatever it is. You just need to figure out kind of like who's who, know who you're going to, and be clear when you reach out to people about what you're actually looking for. If you reach out to someone like, hey, could you just maybe give me some encouragement about this? Or, hey, I'd actually really like your real feedback. I want to get better at this. What is it lacking in? And then just be prepared for the answers. That's one of the benefits of community. That's one of the benefits that you get, is having people to bounce ideas off of or people to get second thoughts on, because so many times as solo creators, we can end up just second guessing everything and it can be paralyzing. We can get frozen still, just stuck because it's like, I don't know if I should do this or that. And then you try multiple things and then you haven't really completed anything. How many of you guys have been there? I know I find myself there at times, and it's because I'm not utilizing community. And I think that you probably have more community than you realize. Some of you may be thinking like, my family doesn't support this. I don't have any friends. Well, guess what? You're here on this channel. Let this be some community. Drop it in the comments right now. Message me on Instagram. I'll reply when I can. As much as I can, I want to be community, and I want you guys to connect with each other as well. Let's make this a bit of a community where we encourage each other, where we can give honest feedback when, people ask for it. Because I think it's just a really cool benefit that we have from social media. We get to be social about it. And so we should tap into that when we can, whether it's finding different groups online or whatever it is. I think there's a lot of options out there for you. And if anything, let this channel be that as well. But yeah, I just think community is so important. And my advice would be as well, if there's nothing that quite beats that in-person community. Like, online community is good, but when you can really, get together with somebody in person and talk face to face, like, that's so powerful. And so if you're somebody who's craving real connection and real community, I would just encourage you, especially as a creative, to check out a local church. There's so many great local churches that will give you the opportunity and the ability to really dive into sharpening your craft, whether it's photo or video or music or design. Like, the local churches need all of that. And they're going to have awesome people on their team that are welcoming, that want you to be there. And it will give you this, sort of ability to output weekly, monthly, however often you want to serve. And you can start to sharpen your skills. You'll be around people. And it's just such a good hack if you're a creative to join a local church and just serve, because it's like you just get that constant output and community, and you get encouraged. So it's been a really big testimony in my own life. I do serve in my local church. I'm on the worship team, and I love getting to be a part of community and do music and kind of express creativity in that way, serve God, serve others. It's awesome. And there's people there that know what I'm struggling with. They know what I'm going through. I'm joining connect groups and all of this stuff. And so anyways, I know not all of you guys, religion may not be your thing, but I'm just saying if you're looking for community, because I do think all of us should have some form of community. If you don't know where to go, a church is a great place to start. The other thing I'll mention with this whole thing is, in regards to community, it's the philosophy I try to have is like, it's always good to have people that are ahead of you, people that are like on your level, and then people that are behind you in terms of whatever skill set or strategy or whatever it is. So I love to have people that are ahead of me that I look up to in life. It's not always creatives, but it can just be people in life where it's like, maybe with marriage, it's like there's couples in my church or that I know that I'm friends with that I look up to. They've been married for a long time, and they've been through challenges and they've overcome. They have wisdom, and I need to learn from that. I want to receive from that. And so I want to be surrounded by people that I want my life to reflect or kind of like gravitate towards. And that's a big part of community. So be thinking about who is ahead of me. Who can I surround myself with that I really, enjoy, and I like what they have done with their life. And I want to learn how to do that with my own. These are people we can learn from. And then you want to have people that are behind you, people that you're helping raise up, people that, you can see in them, kind of where you may have been at one time, and you can speak into their life. It's so rewarding. It's so fulfilling to be able to pour into people. And so I think that's a really important thing as well. So have people ahead of you and behind you. And then also, of course, you'll have people beside you that are doing life with you, that are maybe around the same age or around the same, relational status or whatever it is. Like, maybe they have kids, maybe they don't, like wherever it is that you are in life that reflects that you can break bread with, you can do community with, you can share your struggles with and encourage with, and just come together and uplift each other. I think walking arm in arm, side by side with people. So you've got people ahead of you, beside you, and behind you that all kind of come together to make this awesome community. So my challenge to you would be, think about your life right now. Think about kind of the circle of people around you, and start to try to identify like, okay, who's ahead of me, who's behind me, who's beside me. And it's not like, oh, they're further along in life than me or whatever. It's not about comparing. It's just about like, who can I learn from? Who can I pour into? And who can I lock arms with? And if you can start to identify that, I think it will be really powerful for you. And I think you'll be able to really dive into unlocking some good community. And again, that doesn't just have to be in person. You may see people online as well that you can message or whatever. All of that's good. I just think it's so important for us, solo creators to not go solo, because that's not how we're designed to live. We're designed to be in community. We're designed to, be able to express things to each other, encourage each other, share our burdens with each other, and carry other people's burdens as well. And so, yeah, that's something that I've had to learn along the way. I think by default, I like to isolate. By default, I like to go solo. By default, I like to pull away from people. And what I have found is usually if I do that down the road, it just creates problems for me. It leads to more anxiety. It leads to more comparison. It leads to more perfectionism and kind of getting paralyzed in my business and my content and my strategies, just because I'm so siloed, I'm so isolated. And, it can, when you get alone with your own thoughts for too long, it doesn't really lend itself to a lot of good things. It's good to get some people around you to remind you who you are, remind you what you're about, remind you of your mission, remind you that you are capable, all of that good stuff. And that's why community is so awesome. So that's been such a powerful lesson that I've had to learn again and again. And believe me, community usually doesn't happen by default. It happens by discipline. And so you have to intentionally pour into friendships, especially as you get older. When we're younger and, in high school or middle school or whatever, even college, it's like you're just kind of friends by proximity. But as you get older, you have to choose to fight for these friendships. You have to choose to pour into friendships. You have to choose to be a friend. And so, yeah, if that's where you're at right now, just take that as a charge, like, hey, let's be a friend to somebody this week. Let's be a friend to somebody this month. Even if it's people that aren't normally friendly to you, just proactively be friendly to them. Proactively encourage somebody, proactively send somebody an encouraging text message, or just say you're thinking about them, whatever it is. And try to be a friend, initiate a coffee, initiate a lunch, whatever it is, and just go hang out with somebody, go create with somebody. See if they want to join you in creating. Even if they're not creative, they may want to just come around and like see what it's all about. Let people in on your process a little bit, have fun with it, and I think you'll see some good results. So all of that to say, if you guys have enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. And I just want to tell you that I've recently released my creator starter pack, which is like the ultimate guide for content creators. So if you want to dive more into this topic and others that will help you really just be able to level up your content creation to not just view it as a creator, but as a business, you can check that out here. Or if you want to check out the previous lesson, you can check that out here. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, stay creative. Peace.